Hi everyone, today we're going to be giving you guys an update on the state of play in the 2020 race. So let's go ahead in these states and go through who is leading. So firstly, who is the definitive states we know they are going to win? Texas and Florida and Ohio and Iowa. These are swing states that have been projected for Donald Trump. Democrats had hoped, but they have been projected Trump as the winner there. Texas, Florida, Ohio, and Iowa. These are definitively in the Trump category. Now, which swing states have gone for the Democrats? We have Minnesota, where Biden has won that state. The state of Wisconsin, Joe Biden is projected to win there, and in the state of Michigan. These states are projected to go to Joe Biden in those states. Now, here's where it gets interesting. These are our outstanding states. We've got Nevada, and sorry, by the way, we are presuming that Alaska goes to Donald Trump. He's leading 62.9%. We're still going to be counting the votes there in Alaska for a long time, but we're assuming that one, we're assuming that Trump can get that one. So, how does Biden get to 270? Nevada, that is currently a slight Biden lead. If you go precinct by precinct, we're still waiting on results from Clark County and from Washoe County. A lot of these are actually almost fully reporting here. Trump isn't going to get all that many votes from here, but Clark County, we are still waiting on these results. So a lot of these Democratic areas, it's not like they are out of votes. In fact, there's probably more Democratic votes outstanding compared to Republicans. So just for the sake of argument, we're going to slide Nevada into the Democratic column. Now, that is where Joe Biden gets to how much? 259 electorals. Now, in the state of Arizona, I am actually quite surprised CNN has not called this race yet. If you actually go county by county, Maricopa County is the main county there in the state of Arizona. 80% of the vote is in Biden, leading in Maricopa County. Most of these other places are already almost fully reporting, and it's not like there's lots of votes still outstanding. So, obviously, a lot of these are going to go for Biden. We are still waiting on a whole bunch of votes to come in from Maricopa County. That's leaning towards Biden, and so therefore, I am comfortable to say Joe Biden will win Arizona at this stage, as well as the state of Nevada. Now, this Nevada plus Arizona gets him 17 electorals, which gets him exactly to 270 electoral votes. So Joe Biden, I believe, is on the cusp of winning the presidency. And then obviously Pennsylvania is still outstanding. If you actually zoom into Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh is almost fully reporting there, but we're still waiting on a whole bank of votes to come in from Philadelphia and the surrounding suburbs, which are going strongly to Joe Biden. A lot of these Trump areas, Trump precincts are already fully reporting, and those mail ballots still need to come in. They still need to finish counting those. And so, again, even though Trump is leading, quite frankly, if I had to guess, I'd say Biden's probably going to hold on in Pennsylvania and probably going to win there, but I wouldn't be surprised if Trump was able to hold on in Pennsylvania. In the state of North Carolina, this is where it gets harder for the Democrats. A lot of these precincts here for the Democrats, Winston-Salem, Greensboro, Raleigh, and Charlotte, they're almost fully reporting. So it's not like there's a whole bank of Democratic votes just lying around somewhere. We are still waiting for the mail ballots, but I think I'm almost ready to project this one will go to Donald Trump. And in the state of Georgia, this is the key one as to whether it'll be a super narrow Biden win or a healthy Biden win. We are still waiting on a whole bank of votes to come in from Atlanta. We are still waiting for Fulton County and DeKalb County to come in. But if you just go county by county, a lot of these Republican counties are already finished reporting. So right now, Trump is 1% ahead in Georgia. But even if Trump takes Georgia, Biden doesn't really need Georgia. All he needs is Nevada and Arizona. He can lose Pennsylvania, where he could definitely is favored. He could lose North Carolina, where he could win. He could lose Georgia, where he could win. Alaska, we're assuming, goes to Trump. So it looks like Joe Biden will get at least 270 electoral votes, possibly getting up to 290 electorals if he wins Pennsylvania. The next stretch would be Georgia with 306 electorals. North Carolina, I do think, is a bit of a goner right now because there's not much Democratic vote left to come in. So maybe Biden can tighten it a bit, but I think North Carolina is a goner, and I think that we can put that in Trump's category. Nevada is really the one where maybe Trump could have an upset win, but again, we're still waiting for Clark County. So if I had to bet, I'd definitely say Nevada, Arizona, both of these going to go to Joe Biden. That puts him to 270. So therefore, I'm on the cusp of declaring that Joe Biden will be the next president. There's a lot of moving parts here. It's not all over, but Joe Biden looks like he's going to barely eke out an electoral college win. Obviously, in the popular vote, let me just see. Yeah, California is not fully reporting. New York also not fully reporting. A lot of these big Democratic states also not yet really fully reporting. Texas, almost all in. A lot of these states, obviously, almost all in. So, but I think Biden will expand that popular vote lead. So if I had to bet, Biden probably has a 90% chance, 90% chance to win the election. Trump has that remaining chance to pull out that upset win. Moving on to the Senate results. And this is really where it's clear to me that Democrats got a shellacking here in the Senate. So far we have projected 46 Democrats, 47 Republicans. That's not a surprise in Virginia. But yeah, let's assume for the sake of argument, Dan Sullivan looks like he's definitely going to win in Alaska. Let's assume that goes to the Republicans. Then they get up to 48. Right now, Mark Kelly is leading in Arizona, and Gary Peters is leading in Michigan. Let's also assume that both of those go to the Democrats. So they get 48, and then Republicans take Alaska's 48. Then we've got 4 seats left. We've got Maine, we've got North Carolina, and we've got Georgia 1, and we've got Georgia 2. Now, here's where it gets interesting. If we assume Michigan goes to the Democrats and Arizona goes to the Democrats, then if we go up to the state of Maine, this one really was a surprise, quite frankly. There was a lot of folks who suggested that really this was the year where Sarah Gideon would win. I'm just trying to see if there's lots of outstanding votes in Portland around there. Doesn't really look like it. If Sarah Gideon can keep Susan Collins from 50%, then I could see a scenario where it goes to Sarah Gideon and Susan Collins, where Lisa Savage, the Green Party candidate, votes get moved into Collins' category, most of them. And then you could see a scenario where it tightens, but still, I think I'm pretty comfortable to say Susan Collins is going to hang on in the state of Maine. In North Carolina, this is a very similar situation to the presidential results. It seems like Thom Tillis is going to hang on here. A lot of these counties, it's not like there's 99, 95%, 99%, 89. Winston-Salem is 99. Mecklenburg is 95. So there is still a little bit of Democratic vote left, mostly mail ballots. So I wouldn't be surprised if Cal Cunningham's able to tighten it. Again, though, it seems like Thom Tillis is going to hang on there. In the state of Georgia, this is the David Perdue-Jon Ossoff race. If Jon Ossoff can keep Perdue from coming to 50% plus 1, then I could see a scenario where it goes to a runoff, and then we would be able to go from there. And at this point, it definitely seems that that could be the case. We're still waiting for DeKalb County to come in. We're still waiting for Fulton County to fully report. We're still waiting for Rockdale County, and we're still waiting for Chatham County there and Columbus. But if you go county by county here, again, a lot of these David Perdue results are already fully reporting. In the Senate special, we have already seen Raphael Warnock, Kelly Loeffler go to that runoff, so it's just whether David Perdue and Jon Ossoff will go to the runoff as well. So Senate Democrats look like they'll get at least 48 seats with Arizona and Michigan. I wouldn't be surprised if they got one more with the Georgia races. I would be surprised if they got to 50, though. That would be somewhat surprising to me. That would be because of the Georgia runoffs, and I would be definitely surprised if either of these states, Maine or North Carolina, went to the Democrats. So that is it. That is it. That really is the case. I did want to just check in terms of the governor's races. The Montana governor race there, I would think, yeah, so it went to the Republicans. Wow, that's a massive lead there for Greg Gianforte, 54.2 to 41.9. Yeah, there's not enough votes to come in left for the Democrats. Helena, is that big? No. And yeah, so Greg Gianforte is going to win there. North Carolina, let's see. Oh wow, this is again pretty surprising here that it was this close. It's not looking all that good for the Democrats tonight, but again, it compared to 3 hours ago, I'd say they're probably doing a bit better. The Democrats are in terms of the presidential race, but this is clearly an underperformance for the Democrats there. So that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Good night.